interview them. I'm gonna bring down a couple of the guys that played that are able to come chat. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and do that. We're pretty much just gonna talk to them and see how they felt and what worked and what didn't work.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User joined your channel.
There we go.
Great. Now I can do my great pronunciation.
Okay, so how do you guys feel?
I feel great.
Glad we won.
It was a good tournament. It would have been fun if there were more matches.
Yeah, those battles ended up lasting a long time. I'm exhausted. They were pretty epic. So
They were.
All right, I guess we'll just start with some of the questions. Why your army? Why your guys's? What was the basis behind your guys' main army? Because I know for the most part, you guys pretty much stayed the same, switching between. I know King of Crowns switched between Rome and Sparta. So why the? What was the basis behind your guys' army?
I'll go first. Cav dominance. It's pretty much clutch, I feel like, in every match. So you want to have Cav supremacy. Normally on higher funds I'd bring more of the heroic riders, but on the medium funds, 3 heroic riders with 2 veterans. I mean, if you can win the Cav fight, and you can pretty much make your opponent do the repositioning and have to account for the moves that you make as you joust through his army. Meanwhile, you know, your army's getting in a position to attack. So I feel like you control it. Of course, the noble swords you have to have. I mean, they're the heavy infantry line troops.
Yeah, Cav seemed to be the major decider. I know in the first one, did you guys mess up that engage where they caught you?
Absolutely got caught flat-footed with a spear unit with what was it, 2 Praetorian Cav plus a Socii Equite Extraordinary Cav, and it was just a hot mess over there that I couldn't disengage from. And once that Cav was done, even though the match went on for, I don't know, 10 or 11 more minutes, I knew we had lost, because when that Praetorian stuff got free, they were just going to eat us up, which they did. So it was actually my fault. I shouldn't have over-engaged, and I cost us that victory.
Alright, and then in the second battle, did you guys realize that their Roman army was isolated?
Yeah.
Absolutely. He overextended, and we tried to reposture to make it look like we were going to go to the left and leave him be and see if he would keep creeping forward. And he didn't, and he swept back in, and it turned into like a 7-minute chase to catch him and isolate him and kill him. But again, I think the turning point was that major Cav fight on the right flank, and then we pretty much could just ran the Cav around the back, killed all the support units, hit units in the back.
Yeah, that seems like what had happened there. And then, King, why did you switch from Sparta to Rome on the second battle?
Because we had lost the Cav battle in the first battle, and the reason why is because as Sparta, you get no Cav that's worth bringing. And so I switched to Rome just to be able to help with the Cav. And plus, after seeing their first army, their infantry was mostly pikes, and I knew that I could out-micro those pikes with the gladiators, and they would chew them up a whole lot faster than the Spartan hoplites would. So that's why I switched from Sparta to Rome, mainly for the Cav purposes.
Yeah, it seemed like it did really good on that one. And then on the third one, was that a team decision to bring in Onager?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about it at first. I actually was against it a little bit, but even though I don't think it paid for itself, it did pay for itself in just making them reposition and rethink their plan of attack. I think that they're generally probably more defensive than we are. We maybe are a little bit more aggressive, and that's probably just due to army composition, right? Pikes versus swords. But that made them do a lot of readjustment, and even though I got caught flat-footed in the end, I did have 2 of them posted up on me, so they were able to 2v1 the Gaul. And by the time I got wiped out, it was already too late for them to kind of readjust. So it was good. They both posted up on me. I think that they would have spread out more to try to, you know, do better army positioning instead of working all that cav all the way around the map to the back to get that onager.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna use the fire arrows on the horse archers to take out the onager in the beginning there.
They should have.
Yeah, he moved him back there to do that, but I had 2 units of cav chase down his horse archers.
The onagers did not pay for themselves in kills. They only got 286 kills, and most of those were thorax pikemen. And that unit costs 1,850 gold. So, you could have brought 2 elite units for the price of that onager.
Yeah, the trouble is with the onager is you can't sit under the fire, so you either have to charge the guns, get in there real quick. That's what we did in our first match when FK brought an onager. Or the alternative is to just try to stay away from it, which I guess works, but it wouldn't fit my wheelhouse to try to do that. If it were a stationary ballista, sure.
Right. I don't know why they ran as far and as fast as they did. The onager was eventually going to catch up to them. So.
But see, I think that's a big catch-22 with those pike armies, is that they're so immobile that it's hard for them to really do anything. And with those factions, they don't really have that elite cav that can sit in melee, so they really can't make any decisive moves without bringing all their slow pikes up.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna end up catching it there at that point because I know your Spartan army king was forward. Douglas, I know your Macedon army was also pretty far forward trying to engage Averni, and then once they got all their units around, I thought they were going to catch that onager for sure.
What they didn't know, though, by that point, it was almost out of ammo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to count.
By the time they got cav into the onager had 1 shot left, barely 1 shot.
Ah, okay. That's why when you picked it back up, it couldn't shoot again.
Right. I got 1 volley off after I picked it back up.
Gotcha.
I mean, they're okay. We've had some good success with them in some of the bigger matches. Like in 4Vs, I feel like they really pay for it because there's just so many troops and so much coverage, so it makes people reposition. On 3Vs, they still have some bang for the buck, but on 2s, I think they just get less valuable for the money it takes to field them.
Okay, well, I think everyone had a good time watching. Anything else you guys want to add to everybody?
It was a lot of fun. We should do more of these tournaments. More 3v3s, 4v4s, 2vs. Just kind of keep the battles going and create new strategies, new army compositions. I have a lot of fun doing it.
It definitely increases the level of competition. Whereas, if we're playing quick matches or battle list, playing against just random players, it's not that competitive from time to time.
Yeah, even if you lose, you're going to have takeaways, right? Like, we all know why we lost that first fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all the battles were pretty fun to watch, and they went on for a long time. It was like every time a unit was sitting there was like a purpose. You guys would move it or catch units. It was pretty close there at the end of all the fights, really.
I think Warriors of Chrome did a really good job. It's by far the most competitive matches I've been in since the release of Rome.
They're a good team. They played well.
That was a great match. So just so everyone knows, next week is a 2v2, so stay tuned for that. And if there's not anything else, we'll end the stream here.
All right, thanks, Nuki.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Later, guys.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching, and that was the Kings and Crowns 3v3 Invitational. So if you guys want to see more tournaments or just be in more battles, stop by and check it out. Links below, and everyone have a good day.